Welcome to the world of sous vide cooking. You're about to learn a new cooking technique that is easy to master, easy to do, and promises to save you time and money, all while producing meals of exquisite flavor and texture. Sous vide is a foolproof, precise, and gentle cooking method. Foods are vacuum sealed in airtight pouches, then submerged in a water bath at precisely controlled temperatures, often much lower than those used in traditional ovens, but for a longer time. After you've unpacked your Sous Vide Supreme Demi, we recommend reading the included user guide. Now, let's get cooking. The Sous Vide Supreme Demi cooks food using heated water, so the first thing we want to do is fill the water bath. Inside the water bath, you'll see two lines, one marked Fill and the other Max. You want to start with water up to the fill line. The level of the water will rise when you add pouches of food to be cooked. The water level, with cooking pouches in place, should not rise above the max line marked on the inside wall of the water bath. Should the water pass the max line, simply remove some of the water. Plug the power cord or power lead into a properly grounded outlet. Now, simply press and hold the power button for 3 seconds. You should hear and feel a slight click. The water temperature indicator light will illuminate and the display will show the current temperature of the water in the water bath. To change the display from the Celsius to Fahrenheit scale, press the switch button in the upper right corner of the control panel. Setting the target temperature is also easy. Simply press the Set Temp button. You'll see a preset default temperature of 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius. Now press the plus or minus toggle until you achieve the desired setting. Press the Start button to begin the heating process. You'll hear a tone and the heating indicator light will illuminate red. The heating light will stay illuminated until the target temperature is reached. When the water has been heated to the target temperature, the heating light will turn green and you'll be alerted with a repeating tone. For most recipes, setting the timer is unnecessary. In cases where you do desire a timing function, all you need to do is press the Set Timer button, then use the plus or minus toggle to set the appropriate cooking time. Press Start and timing begins. After a few seconds, the display reverts to the temperature setting. If you want to view the timer, press Set Timer button to view the time again. Once the desired water temperature is reached, it's time to add our food. The Sous Vide Supreme Demi Rack can be positioned in two ways. Stand cooking pouches vertically in the slots in the Demi Rack, ensuring that all food within them is fully submerged below the surface of the water bath. Insert one or more, up to 6, pouches of food into the slots of the Sous Vide Supreme Demi Rack to keep them vertical and apart from one another. This will allow adequate convection circulation between them and ensure even temperature throughout the water bath. When cooking single or larger pouches, such as a leg of lamb, beef, or even pork roast, the rack will also serve to elevate the food off the bottom's perforated grill to help ensure proper avenues for passive convection circulation of the water around the food. The universal pouch rack, sold separately, can also be used in the Demi if pouches are loaded vertically in it. A horizontal orientation can impede the convection currents in the water around the perimeter of the water bath and result in uneven cooking of food. Once the desired water temperature is reached, it's time to add our food. Before we insert the salmon into the cooking pouch, we'll want to add some seasonings. Here, we're simply spicing the salmon with salt and pepper. Sous vide cooking locks in and magnifies flavor, so we need only enough to lightly season the fish. Here's a tip. Fold back the opening of the bag before inserting the salmon to avoid spices and food getting trapped on the edge of the pouch. Make certain to not overfill the pouch. Remove as much air from the pouch as possible. In this example, we are using the Sous Vide Supreme Vacuum Sealer. However, you can also use most other vacuum sealers for this part of the process. For the Sous Vide Supreme Vacuum Sealer, simply align the edge of the pouch below the vacuum port within the channel. Close the lid by pressing on either side to snap the locks. Just press the seal button and the vacuum sealer begins to remove the air. Once air is removed, lift the lid and remove your sealed pouch. It is important to use only food-grade plastic, vacuum sealable pouches certified by the manufacturer as suitable for cooking. Do not use standard zip closure bags meant for food storage. Unlike cooking in a traditional oven based on food weight, sous vide cooking is based on the thickness of food in the pouch. Refer to the cooking times and temperatures chart in your user guide for optimum flavor and texture. In this case, it's set for 140, the perfect temperature for medium cooked fish. One of the other terrific advantages of cooking with the Sousvide Supreme Demi is that although your food is ready to eat after the minimum cooking time has elapsed, in this case 20 minutes, you can leave it in the water bath for as long as 45 minutes or more, with no danger of overcooking. Dinner's ready when you are, so there's no need to rush. Simple yet precise. That's the Sousvide Supreme Demi. Now let's try something that can be a real challenge to cook properly with conventional cooking techniques: fresh broccoli. For a nice flavor enhancement, we're going to add a dash of salt and some pepper with our broccoli. We seal the pouch, then check to make certain the water bath of the Sousvide Supreme Demi has reached the correct temperature. In this case, the time and temperature chart in the user guide recommends 185 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. If not serving the broccoli immediately, we could simply turn down the water temperature to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, where the broccoli can stay hot and perfectly cooked for several hours. Let's do one more. Most chefs agree that a steak should be cooked medium rare for the best flavor. That means the center of the steak should achieve a temperature of 134 degrees Fahrenheit, or 56.5 degrees Celsius. But with conventional frying or grilling, the outer layers of the steak are easily overcooked by the time the center reaches the proper temperature. We're going to fix that problem with the Sousvide Supreme Demi. This time, we want the flavor of the meat to really shine through, so we're seasoning with a steak rub, but feel free to use your own favorite steak seasoning or just salt and pepper. Checking our time and temperature chart, we see that an inch-thick steak should be cooked at the desired temperature for 1 hour. Again, with sous vide cooking, minimum cooking time is dependent upon the thickness of our steak, not the weight. This steak will be cooked a perfect medium rare through and through in 1 hour. But this steak will still be perfectly medium rare in 4, 6, even 12 hours. Now, let's check our food. The lid of the Sousvide Supreme is cleverly designed to double as a tray. For this salmon, simply remove it from the pouch and it is ready to serve. For foods such as our broccoli, which are commonly poached in simmering water, we can serve directly from the cooking pouches. But for foods that traditionally benefit from a heat-seared exterior, such as steak, we're going to take one more step. Now, we could put the steak under the broiler on a hot grill pan, a charcoal grill, or even brown using a butane torch to sear the exterior. The easiest and fastest way is to use a hot frying pan with foaming butter. 30 seconds and voila! Bon appetit! Cleanup is extraordinarily easy with the Sousvide Supreme Demi. A nice touch you'll appreciate with the Sousvide Supreme Demi is the offset positioning of the handles. This makes it easy and safe to move and empty the Sousvide Supreme Demi. Finally, just gently wipe the interior and exterior of the Sousvide Supreme Demi using a soft, dry cloth. Congratulations! You've just begun to explore the delightful benefits of sous vide cooking with the Sousvide Supreme Demi. For more tips and recipes, be sure to refer to your user guide and visit our website at sousvidesupreme.com or sousvidesupreme.co.uk.